We'd like to invite you to watch English news on the Essential Television channel of Đồng Nai Province. In response to the damage caused by storms and floods to people in many localities, on September the 10th, the government office launched a campaign to support people affected by storm number 3. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended the launch ceremony. Speaking at the launching ceremony, Chairman and Minister of the Government Office Trung Văn Sơn said that storm number 3 is the strongest storm in the past 30 years, operating in the South China Sea, making landfall directly in the northern region, increasing in intensity irregularly. The storm's stay on land is long. The storm's area of influence is very wide. The storm's circulation causes very heavy rain, big floods. Some places exceed the highest flood level in history, landslides, flash floods in many localities, causing extremely heavy damage to the lives and property of the people and the state. In that situation, under the direct direction of the Prime Minister, the Government Office organized donations and support to promptly mobilize resources to help people in localities affected by storm number 3 and respond to a launching ceremony of supporting compatriots of the Central Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front. With the spirit of mutual love and support, Good Life protects the throne. All cadres, civil servants, public employees and workers donated at least 1 day's salary to the affected people. At the southern units of the government office, at this time, cadres, civil servants, public employees and workers donated and sent to the government office trade union. As of September the 10th, the Northern Power Corporation has restored power to 90% of pumping stations and about 4.3 million customers, reaching over 74% of the total number of customers affected by storm number 3. Specifically, the Northern Power Corporation has restored 114 over 173 of 110 kV lines, reaching a rate of over 65%, restored nearly 1,300 medium voltage lines, reaching a rate of over 84%. The Northern Power Corporation has been directing strongly, requiring officers and employees to control the work on the power grid when constructing, repairing, and handling incidents to ensure labor safety and thoroughly check before restoring the 0.4 kV power grid, ensuring electrical safety for the people. Currently, the electricity industry has been on duty 24/24 with the motto of 4 on-site, readying human resources and equipment, making the highest effort to soon restore safe and stable power supply to customers. The Domestic Market Department Ministry of Industry and Trade said that the supply of gasoline and oil is still guaranteed in localities affected by Typhoon Yagi. After the storm passed, in localities that suffer heavy damage such as Hải Phòng, Quảng Ninh, Bắc Ninh, and so on, Petrolimex has activated plans to overcome the damage, quickly stabilize production and business such as focusing on local resources to overcome incidents, running generators at stores, organizing ships, maintaining sales, and promptly supplying gasoline and oil to serve the essential needs of the people. Petrolimex leaders affirmed that ensuring sources to serve consumption and production needs at gas stations is the top priority along with ensuring safety. In addition, Petrolimex fleet of gasoline tankers is ready to supplement the supply of goods for the distribution system on land. However, in order for ships to replenish supplies to the petroleum depot, Petrolimex needs the synchronous coordination of infrastructure systems such as ports, electricity, and telecommunications. According to information from the Military Administrations Board of Đồng Nai Province, this year the whole province has nearly 670 qualified candidates registering for admission to military academies and schools, an increase of 78% compared to 2023. Of which 82 candidates were admitted to 11 academies and schools in the Army, 26 more candidates than 2023. To achieve this result, in the process of implementing the military recruitment steps, the Dong Nai Provincial Military Command, the standing agency of the Military Recruitment Board, always closely monitored, directed, and inspected the propaganda, career guidance, preliminary selection, and selection work of the Military Recruitment Board at the district and city levels, timely removing difficulties and obstacles, correcting shortcomings, ensuring all rights of candidates, and receiving positive responses from high schools, families, and students, thereby contributing positively to the education and training work, building high-quality military human resources, meeting the requirements of building the army in a new period. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken confirmed on September the 11th that Iran has sent missiles to Russia for use in the war in Ukraine. Russia has received a stream of ballistic missiles that could be used within weeks in Ukraine. Blinken said at a press conference in London with his counterpart David Lammy during a visit to the UK. The delivery of Iranian missiles allows Russia to use small weapons against targets further away from the front line, while reserving newly acquired missiles for closer-in targets. Blinken also confirmed that the U.S. will stop sanctions on Iran, including additional measures against Iranian. At the same press conference, the two foreign ministers confirmed that they will visit Ukraine this week to discuss continued support for their country, which was welcomed by the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Regarding the war in Ukraine, Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal warned that the country could face its harshest winter since the fighting began, as Russia steps up airstrikes on energy infrastructure. Russian attacks continue to hit Ukraine's energy production capacity, leaving the country heavily dependent on its three operating nuclear power plants and electricity imports from the European Union. At a press conference in the capital Kiev on September 10th, Prime Minister Shmyhal said, "Energy resilience is one of our biggest challenges this year." Prime Minister Shmyhal said the Ukrainian government, with European support, is urgently developing initiatives to decentralize electricity production to reduce the risk of attack. That includes expanding renewable energy capacity, a move welcomed by environmental groups. You have just watched English news on the Essential Television channel of the Dong Nai Province. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.